Hey everyone, my name is Johnny Herrera, and I'm a student physical therapist at Regis University. Today, I'd like to address something called pain and go over what it is, why it's so important, and some of the things that we can do to help people who are going through bouts of pain. First, I'd like to state the importance of this issue. Everyone in their life experiences pain at some point, whether it's burning their hand on a hot plate or stubbing their toe against a table. Although we may consider these examples to be somewhat normal pain, there is a large epidemic going on all over the world where people are suffering from something called chronic pain. According to the National Institute of Health, pain affects more Americans than diabetes, heart disease, and cancer combined. It is the most common reason Americans access the health system, and chronic pain is believed to be the most common cause of long-term disabilities. Before we get into the specifics about the types of pain, I'd like to touch on the basics of pain and why our body experiences pain. So essentially, pain is a survival reaction from our body and from our brain. The way pain works is we feel something on our skin or something going on inside of our body, and our nerves respond to the stimuli and send an electric signal to our spinal cord. Our spinal cord then sends that signal up to the brain, where the signal is evaluated to determine whether what we are feeling is a threat to the body or not. If it's perceived as a threat, our brain sends a protective action down our spinal cord and out to the part of the body where that danger signal came from. Because of this, people will say that pain is all in your head, and quite frankly, it is, because the brain is the deciding factor as to whether we feel pain or not. Now, how does our brain know when something is a threat to our body and when it isn't? Well, when the electric signal reaches our brain scans all of the experiences and memories associated with this signal. If it associates its feeling with a good or pleasant memory, then it knows it has nothing to worry about. But if it associates it with a bad memory or a bad experience with the signal, then it knows it has to do something to protect the body from something bad possibly happening to it again. Now we know why and how pain occurs, but there's a little bit more behind how severe we perceive pain. So a lot of factors play into pain, such as physical fitness, stress levels, and something that I want to touch upon a little bit more is the context of pain. So an example that sticks out to me are baseball pitchers missing games because of blisters or because of nail problems. And if you've ever gotten a blister or you have a torn nail before, you feel the pain, but it isn't overwhelming enough to stop you from going to work or from doing things you love. For a baseball pitcher, they rely on their fingers for just about everything. They need to feel a ball in their hands, they need to understand their grip, and how the ball leaves their hand. And because of this, the blister will actually cause them more pain than maybe you or I would feel. So now I'd like to dive a little bit deeper into both acute and chronic pain. So acute pain is a type of pain that you would think about after an ankle sprain. So we would feel this pain because there's actual structures in the ankle that are damaged, whether it's a muscle or a ligament or the bone. And these damages cause an inflammatory response in that area of the injury, which is the brain's pain response to what it feels. So inflammation is a part of the initiation process of the healing of structures, and it causes blood to bring extra healing factors to the site of the injury. This type of pain can last to about 3 to 6 months, and that's how long it takes for just about every type of tissue to heal. Any pain that persists for longer than that is usually considered chronic pain. As our tissues undergo healing and undergo change, our central nervous system also continues to work to regulate pain at that area of the injury. This can continue to happen well after the tissues are healed, because as the tissues go through changes, the nervous system does as well. Our bodies want to be pretty much the best it can be at everything. So when pain signals continuously reach the spinal cord, it wants to do the best it can to send these signals up to the brain. It does so by increasing the sensitivity to the amount of signals it needs before sending that signal up to the brain. As a result, pain feels more intense because the brain is receiving these signals more often, and areas that didn't hurt before might hurt now. So something that might help to understand this a little bit better is the car alarm analogy. So if you think of a normal car alarm, it goes off if someone tries to break into it, or let's say something falls and breaks one of the windshields. And this is kind of how your nervous system works. So before an injury, it only informs you of pain when it believes you're in real danger. Now, imagine if you made your car alarm extremely sensitive, where if a leaf lands on the hood, the alarm goes off. And this is kind of what the nervous system is like after a long bout of pain or during chronic pain. Things that didn't hurt before or didn't cause pain now do. And it's because your nervous system is very, very sensitive to the signals being sent up from the rest of your body, and in response, your body feels like it's in danger even more. So now that we covered what pain is, why it occurs, and the different types of pain, you may be thinking, how the heck do I prevent this? Or if you're undergoing some sort of pain or chronic pain, you may be thinking, well, how do I get rid of it? Luckily, there's plenty of clinicians that do have this knowledge of pain, and they understand the methods as to how to treat it. Make sure that the injury that caused the initial pain is taken care of, and then work with your chosen clinician to get on the same page and create a plan to take initiative. Thanks for watching this video, and I really hope it helped.